Hey guys, what's up? George here, aka T-WreckSs, bringing you another Raid Shadow Legends video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Relentless gear. Now, what is Relentless gear and why am I talking about it specifically? Relentless gear is a bit niche. It can't be farmed from anywhere. It can only be won in tournaments. And basically, Relentless gives you an 18% chance to get an extra turn. Now, it used to be absolutely insane. You would throw this on a champion that already had a chance to gain extra turns, and it would just spiral, and it would just keep going, and they'd get turn after turn after turn after turn after turn. It got nerfed, so it doesn't do that, and it isn't as good now. But if you can get good stats on Relentless gear, it is still pretty insane, and we're going to talk about why. First of all, you can only get it from winning tournaments. Coming top 3 most of the time will get Relentless gear, sometimes just top 2 will get Relentless gear, but there's some tournaments going now. Obviously the top 2 get the better Relentless gear, and then 4th and 5th get slightly worse Relentless gear. Now, it has some niche uses. Obviously, like I said, it's not as good now with people who spiral moves, but it can still be insane on some champions. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is mainly because I recently pulled Raglan in the Void 2 times, and I've got her in a Relentless set. Now, 2 reasons. Firstly, I had attack percentage gauntlets, and Raglan's heal is based off of her attack. So she is one of the only champions that I'm aware of in the game, other than bomb champions, that you'd want to have potentially in attack percentage gauntlets to get her healing even more. Like, she heals for about 10k at the moment, and I haven't even finished it yet. Now, why do I have her in a Relentless set? Other than that, her A1 attacks one enemy 3 times, fills the turn meter of 3 random allies by 15%. Allies can only have their turn meter filled once per turn. Now, that means if you are fighting somebody and she counterattacks, she won't fill the turn meter on both the counterattack and the regular attack. What it doesn't mean, and I'm going to run a Fire Knight right now to show you, is that if we get it to proc during this Fire Knight run, she will fill turn meter on 3 random allies on the first hit there, and then if she procs that extra turn, because it counts as an extra turn, she will also fill turn meter on the second go as well. So she'll fill turn meter twice every time that Relentless procs. Now, you might think 18% chance to proc, there you go, extra turn there, 2 boosts. See that? You might think 18% is quite a low percentage, but actually it does proc more often than not. Now, while this is carrying on going, because it's not a short run, I'll keep talking to you about the Relentless set. Obviously, it's a 4-piece set. So your best bet is to have weapon, helmet, shield, and then one of either boots, gauntlets, or chest plate. Now, that's simply because you're more likely to, obviously you have the same flat stat on weapon, helmet, and shield, and there's a chance you'll get the right stat. I've been lucky. I've got the right stat on gloves. I've got defense and speed boots from Relentless sets that I've got, so I've been incredibly lucky with my pulls. It's all RNG based, so you have to get lucky with the stats on there. But you're best off having the 3 top and then one of them, because you're more likely to have the stats there. Now, obviously, you need to do well in tournaments to get these, so they're kind of hard to come by. They're not really ridiculous to come by, because earlier in the game, your tournament brackets are much easier when you're lowered. I say easier if I was in it. Still hard for you in your earlier game. Now, another place I use the Relentless gear is on my T-Rel. I've used Relentless gear on T-Rel since I pretty much have used him. There was a short period of time where I had lifesteal on him for Clan Boss, but since he came out of my Clan Boss team, he's gone back in his Relentless set. And the reason that I have him in that is it can come in clutch in certain situations. I used to use T-Rel in the Spider and all sorts of places, and it procs so much, actually, even though it's only on an 18% chance, that he will do his decreased defense move, and if that procs an extra turn, he'll run straight in there with his preemptive strike A3 and lower the turn meter as well. So you're getting both that decreased defense and the turn meter reduction all in sort of one go almost. Now, another place that Relentless can be absolutely awesome is on someone like Stag Knight or Cold Heart. Now, the reason for this is they are champions that you want to cycle back round to abilities as quick as possible. So if you have it on a Cold Heart, you want to get back round to her Heart Seeker as quick as possible. There's always that, see, that's 3 turns in a row that she's just taken there and boosted turn meter on all 3 turns, because it counts as an extra turn. Now, you'd have it on Cold Heart because you want to cycle back round to the Heart Seeker as quick as possible, and with that 20%, 18% chance for it to proc. If it procs, that's an extra turn. That cools down the move by 1 turn again. If she gets it multiple procs in a row, you can go from Heart Seeker back to the Heart Seeker, you know, really, really quickly in 2 turns in 1 turn, depending how many times it procs. So someone like Cold Heart, Royal Guard, Stag Knight for his A2, you want to cycle back round to that decreased defense and decrease attack as quickly as possible. it's great there as well. Now, I use my Raglan in the Finite at the moment. Not only does she have a 3-hit A1, she has a cleanse and heal, and she has a 3-turn revive for me because I haven't booked her yet. Now, that is amazing. And when she procs her Relentless in the Finite, and she goes in with that A1 twice in a row, that's 6 turns on the shield. So this is the main reason I think Relentless still has a place in this game. I do think they should make a way in the game to be able to maybe farm Relentless, or another way to gain Relentless, whether that's in the Arena Bazaar when it comes out for 3v3, or whether that's in, you know, as rewards for completing events. It's not as strong as it used to be. Obviously, you know, people used to stick it on someone like Rotus, who spirals extra turns, Robar, and they would just go and go and go. I know Hell Hades has a video with Robar doing like 21 turns in a row, insanity. So they just keep going and going and going, which is pretty cool, but is no longer the case because of the nerf they made. I'm not 100% sure what the nerf was, but I know it involves it not proccing off of something. Now, I've had, as you saw in this run alone, her go 3 times in a row because the Relentless procced, and then the Relentless procced again. It's absolutely insane, and it's really cool gear if you've got the right stats. Now, obviously, you're putting that in place of something like Savage, or Stun, or any other gear that you might want to use. But if you've got it with the right stats, I really suggest throwing it on a character that you use a lot, throwing it on a character that you want to recycle the cooldowns on, because you have that small chance, but actually it happens quite a lot, of getting back to that move. There's extra turn again. Look, that's probably like the 6th or 7th time she's done that in this run, which changes the run completely. So this was just a look at Relentless gear. If you've got some, chuck it on a champion that you're using, that you've got the right stats for, and give it a try. Let me know in the comments below how you get on with that. I love Relentless gear. I wish I had more with better stats. I've got it on 3 champs right now, Raglan, Tyrell, and I have it on my Rearguard Sergeant because I had the right stats for them, and I could make a set quite easily. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. I'm also live on Twitch almost every evening, so head over to twitch.tv/T-WreckSs. I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget, get online and get wrecking.